सर्वांना नमस्कार. या व्हिडिओमध्ये आपण रेजिस्टर्स इन पॅरलल याविषयी माहिती घेणार आहोत. इन फिगर वी सी three resistors R1, R2 and R3 are connected parallel in between point C and point D. This connection is called resistors in parallel. The voltmeter V is connected in between point C and D, and the voltmeter measure the potential difference, and this is same for R1, R2 and R3. Here we see the ammeters are also connected in parallel. They measures the electric current. The first ammeter measure I1, second is I2 and third is I3. In figure we see K is a plug key and E is a battery. When we close the plug key, the electric current flows from the circuit and we get the current from the circuit from this formula. I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Here the effective resistance म्हणजे परिणामी रोध, थोडक्यात आपण त्याला एकूण रोध असे म्हणणार आहोत. It is denoted by RP. P stands for parallel. This is calculated by Ohm's law. Now what is Ohm's law? V is equal to IR. From this formula or from this law we write I is equal to V upon RP. Similarly, for first current I1 is equal to V upon R1, I2 is equal to V upon R2 and I3 is equal to V upon R3. Now when we substitute all these values in equation 1, we get the formula V upon Rp is equal to V upon R1 plus V upon R2 plus V upon R3. Here V means potential difference is same, therefore this is cancelled and we get 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. This is formula of parallel connections. When the resistors are connected in parallel, if n resistors are connected in parallel, n means any number, then we get the formula 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 plus dot 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 1 upon Rn. Now some features when the resistors are connected in parallel. The first is the inverse of effective resistance. म्हणजे परिणामी रोधाचा व्यस्तांक इज इक्वल टू सम ऑफ इनवर्स ऑफ इंडिव्हिज्युअल रेजिस्टन्स. हा प्रत्येक रोधाच्या व्यस्तांकाच्या बेरजे एवढा असतो. म्हणजेच आपल्याला या सूत्राने सांगता येईल परिणामी रोधाचा व्यस्तांक 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Second, the current flowing from the through an individual resistors is proportional to inverse of its resistance. Means here current and resistance are inverse proportion, म्हणजे व्यस्त प्रमाणात असतात. Total current flowing through the circuit is sum of current flowing through individual resistors. प्रत्येक रोधामधून वाहणाऱ्या रोधाच्या बेरजे एवढा एकूण विद्युतधारा या ठिकाणी आपल्याला मिळते. ती म्हणजे I बरोबर I1 अधिक I2 अधिक I3. तिसरा मुद्दा आहे द थर्ड पॉइंट, द पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स अक्रॉस ऑल रेजिस्टर इज द सेम. फोर्थ, द इफेक्टिव्ह रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ रेजिस्टर्स कनेक्टेड इन पॅरलल म्हणजेच RP इज लेस दॅन द लिस्ट रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ इंडिव्हिज्युअल रेजिस्टन्स. म्हणजेच RP म्हणजेच इफेक्टिव्ह रेजिस्टन्स ह्याची किंमत ही जोडलेल्या प्रत्येक रोधापेक्षा कमी असते. अँड द फिफ्थ पॉइंट इज द अरेंजमेंट इज यूज्ड टू रिड्यूस रेजिस्टन्स इन द सर्किट. म्हणजे ही जोडणी विद्युत परिपथातील रोध कमी करण्यासाठी वापरली जाते. Now we see an example. Resistors having resistance of 50 ohm, 20 ohm and 10 ohm are connected in parallel. What is the effective resistance in the circuit? म्हणजे आपल्याला या ठिकाणी RP शोधायचा आहे. R1 is the 50 ohm, R2 20 ohm and R3 10 ohm. We use the formula 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. If we put the values, 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon 15 plus 1 upon 20 plus 1 upon 10 is equal to 4 plus 3 plus 6 upon 60. Here 60 is the LCM of 15, 20 and 10. 60 हा 15, 20 आणि 10 चा लसावी आहे. Therefore we get 13 upon 16. This is a value of 1 upon Rp. Now Rp is 16 upon 13. म्हणजेच Rp ची किंमत आपल्याला भेटेल 4.615 ohm. This value is less than each resistors 15 ohm, 20 ohm and 10 ohm. Means we see the point 4. The effective resistance of resistor connected in parallel is less than least resistance of individual resistors. Thank you.